Today's lesson is Discovering Dublin, St. Patrick's Day, and Beyond. Hi, everybody. My name is Roger.
And I'm Mike.
And we are visiting Dublin, Ireland in today's program. We began to visit there last time, which happened to be St. Patrick's Day. And so you might want to go there to check out the festivities. Although, as you said last time, Mike, you'd probably be better off going to New York or Chicago for some more lively celebrations of St. Patrick's Day. Maybe nowadays in Dublin, it's more of a religious holiday and not so much a time when you can go wild. Although I understand the Irish pretty much go wild any time of the year. So if you're there on St. Patrick's Day, you're going to have a great time no matter what. And even though today is not St. Patrick's Day anymore, it's still going to be a really cool place to check out. And let's do that. Let's check out Ireland, or at least Dublin, Ireland, in the first part of our lesson. Let's listen to it, and we'll be right back.
Dubliners, and the Irish in general, are famous for their love of the crack. The term refers broadly to fun and entertainment, and if you're looking for a chance to experience some great crack yourself, then you'll definitely want to check out the St. Patrick's Day celebrations in Dublin.
大家好，第一部分介绍动词 refer， 它的意思是谈论或是提及。例如 Jack refers to his roommate as his best friend in the world.Jack 提及他的室友是他在世界上最好的朋友，或者 The book you're referring to was written over 200 years ago. 你提及到的书是200多年前写的。接着看到副词 definitely， 表示确定的、肯定的或是毫无疑问的。例如 If this traffic doesn't get better, we're definitely going to be late. 如果这个交通状况没有好转，我们肯定会迟到。
All right, so here we are with the first part of our article. Remember, at the end of yesterday, we were finally at the end of the day visiting an Irish pub to have a few nice drinks and some rousing local entertainment played on live music and stuff like that. And that's kind of where we pick up from today. It says Dubliners and the Irish in general are famous for their love of the crack. Absolutely. So Dubliners, people from Dublin, and Irish people in general in other parts of the city, in Kilkenny and Cork and Shannon and other towns all over the country, they are famous for their love of the crack. So yes, that's what we would say, the crack. It's actually spelled C-R-A-I-C if you're looking at it in Gaelic, in the Irish language. And what is the crack? Here we don't mean, about a break in a piece of wood or something like that. It says the term refers broadly to fun and entertainment. So if someone says this is good crack, it just means we're having a good time. This is a good party. There's a good feeling in there. People are having a great time getting along, laughing and dancing and singing and joking together. And that's, of course, what you want to have when you have a social occasion like that. So this term refers broadly to fun and entertainment. And if you're looking for a chance to experience some great crack yourself, then you'll definitely want to check out the St. Patrick's Day celebrations in Dublin. As we mentioned, this is actually on March 17th on the calendar, so yesterday. But of course, it's an annual thing. And that's what the crack refers to, is a good time, fun and entertainment. When something refers to something, that's what it's talking about. That's what it's speaking to. That is the subject or the reference that we're kind of looking at here. So we can use the word crack in lots of different ways, but when we use it in sort of an Irish context, talking about a social event, it just means a good time, fun and entertainment. And if you want to do that yourself, then you definitely, for sure, 100%, when we say definitely, we say it with a high level of confidence. We're sure of something, basically. You will for sure want to check out the St. Patrick's Day celebrations in Dublin. Yes, March 17th, that's the time to go. You might actually find more tourists from around the world than actually Irish people celebrating St. Patrick's Day. It's something that has sort of been re-imported, at least the fun and the festivities of St. Patrick's Day have been re-imported to the country from Irish people from other parts of the world, but it is a big celebration. It's a big holiday, and there will definitely be a lot of events to check out. So let's find out more about St. Patrick's Day in the second and main part of our article.
St. Patrick's Day falls on March 17th and commemorates the death of St. Patrick, the man credited with introducing Christianity to Ireland. The occasion has grown into a national holiday, marked by festivities spread over several days. Without a doubt, the highlight of the celebrations is an energetic street parade that features dancers, musicians, and colorful floats. With thousands of people lining the streets, the atmosphere is electric, and the whole city is transformed into one huge party. Besides the parade, there are also countless events for people of all ages and interests, including live music, art exhibitions, and food fairs.
第二部分看到动词 commemorate， 指纪念或是缅怀。例如 Ned threw his wife a party to commemorate their 20th wedding anniversary. Ned 为太太办了一场派对，纪念两人结婚20周年。也可以说 The city erected a statue to commemorate the victims of the tragic event. 该城市树立了一座雕像，来缅怀这场悲剧事件的受害者。下一个介绍名词 highlight， 表示最精彩、有趣或是刺激的部分。我们可以说 Visiting Taipei 101 was the highlight of our trip. 参观台北101是我们此趟旅行的亮点。又或者说 Our visit to the famous art museum was the highlight of the trip. 这次旅行最精彩的部分是参观知名的美术馆。
Okay, we're sort of talking about St. Patrick's Day now, so let's talk about it. It falls on March 17th and commemorates the death of St. Patrick, the man credited with introducing Christianity to Ireland. Okay, so first of all, we've got the word commemorate. That just means we recognize something that happened and then we show respect for that thing. So it commemorates or celebrates, you could also say. Well, you don't really want to celebrate the death of St. Patrick. You want to recognize that this happened. You want to commemorate it. And this man, St. Patrick, is credited with introducing Christianity to Ireland. So if you're credited with something, that means people believe that you did this thing. It usually is something good. And Christianity, of course, is the religion of Jesus Christ. And there are various versions of Christianity. It could be Catholicism. It could be the Protestants. It could be the Seventh-day Adventists, the Mormons. It could be any other sects as part of Christianity. I think Irish people are mostly Catholic, whereas those in Northern Ireland are Protestant, and hence we have the conflict going on. They've had peace for quite some time now, but again, I guess people celebrate Christianity going to Ireland, and someday they may commemorate the introduction of Buddhism to Ireland.
There you go. He brought Christianity to Ireland, and also very famously, he got rid of all the snakes in Ireland.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's still technically true, but there are no snakes native to Ireland. And of course, this being a myth of St. Patrick, because this is said to have happened around like the year 600 or 700, a long time ago. But one of his great acts, one of his great sort of God-inspired miracles was chasing all of the snakes out of Ireland, and they all ran into the ocean to drown. And that's why even today, Ireland has no snakes, and that's all thanks to St. Patrick. So a guy definitely worthy of a holiday. I think if you look at the big picture, it says the occasion, St. Patrick's Day, has grown into a national holiday marked by festivities spread over several days. Yeah, I think it's probably safe to say that for Irish people, St. Patrick's Day kind of serves like Double 10 Day or July 4th in America. It doesn't have the political significance of signing an important document on that day, but it is the most Irish of holidays because it has this connection to St. Patrick, the most Irish of all Christian saints. So it's grown, it's developed, it's evolved into a national holiday, maybe kind of unofficially, but it's marked by these festivities over several days. I think with all the drinking that's involved often for many people on St. Patrick's Day, you kind of have to spread it over several days. It says, without a doubt, the highlight of the celebrations is an energetic street parade that features dancers, musicians, and colorful floats. Yes, often when countries have their national birthday, their national day, they have a big street parade. People march down the middle of the street. The audience of thousands gathers on the side, stretching all the way through the city, so millions of people could end up seeing this parade. And of course, in the parade, there'll be bands, there'll be musicians, there'll be local VIPs and politicians waving to the crowd. And without a doubt, absolutely for sure, there is no doubt about something. So when I say without a doubt, it's kind of like that word we saw in the first paragraph, definitely, or without a doubt, the highlight, main event, the most exciting thing that the most people will go to. And that's what we mean when we say a highlight. It's really one of the most special features of something, if not the most special feature, is this big parade, and there's dancers, musicians, colorful floats, and all sorts of people watching on the side of the road.
Right, so a parade, of course, is when you have bands and floats going past you. It's a part of a celebration. It's not a demonstration. That would be when people are protesting something they don't like about the government. But in this particular case, it's a parade. And yes, indeed, you have dancers, you have musicians, maybe you have marching bands. And also you're going to have those colorful floats, which in Chinese I believe is huache. That's what a float is. You can see them in various parades around the world. And with thousands of people lining the streets, the atmosphere is electric, and the whole city is transformed into one huge party. So you've got lots of people lining the streets. They're standing along the sides of the streets waiting for these various things to go past them, and they are lining the streets. And so as a result of that, the atmosphere or the general feeling of the place is electric. No, you're not going to get electrocuted if you're there. It just feels like it's got a lot of energy. You feel like it's really alive. You really feel like you're in the place in the world that you want to be in. And yes, the city is transformed into one big party. So yes, maybe as you said before, it used to be a religious celebration, but now it has turned into a big party. Why not? Because you're going to attract lots of tourists and their dollars.
There you go. Besides the parade, remember, that's just the highlight of the celebrations. So that gives us the idea that there are many, many other things going on too. Besides the parade, there are also countless events. So many we can't count them. In other words, a large number of events for people of all ages and interests. There's things for the kids. There's things for the older folks. If you're into art and culture, they might have like plays and museum exhibitions. They might probably have big loud rock concerts and stuff like that at night for the young folks. So basically something for everyone, for people of all ages and interests, including live music of many different varieties, I'm sure, art exhibitions, great works of art by great Irish artists or works of art inspired by Ireland, and food fairs. Absolutely. You got to have some great Irish stew, some colcannon, some things like that. There will be lots of good food and drink for everyone, and I'm sure with all of these different activities, you will be working up quite the appetite. So let's have a look at some of the more things we can do in Dublin in the third part of the article.
As a vacation destination, Dublin offers an enchanting blend of history, culture, and terrific crack. Whether you're exploring the city's landmarks, immersing yourself in St. Patrick's Day fun, or simply enjoying Dublin's friendly atmosphere, there's always something new to discover in the Emerald Isles capital.
第三部分看到形容词 enchanting， 它表示迷人的或是令人陶醉的。可以说 The little village was truly enchanting with its rustic charm. 这个小村庄因其质朴的魅力而十分令人着迷。也可以说 Joe's sister is an enchanting woman. Joe 的妹妹是位迷人的女士。继续看到 blend 这个单字，它是名词，指的是融合或是混合物。举例来说 This drink is a tasty blend of fruits and honey. 这个饮料是水果和蜂蜜的美味混合。或者 This coffee was made using a blend of beans from Colombia and Brazil. 这款咖啡是用来自哥伦比亚和巴西的豆子混合制成的。最后看到动词 immerse， 表示沉浸于……例如 Traveling alone is the best way to immerse yourself in a new culture. 独自旅行是让自己沉浸在新文化中的最佳方法。或是 Using VR technology, players can be completely immersed in the game. 使用虚拟实境科技，玩家可以完全沉浸在游戏里。
Okay, here's the third part of our article. It says, as a vacation destination, you could also say being a vacation destination, Dublin offers an enchanting blend of history, culture, and terrific crack. Okay, so it's a destination. It's where you're going to. You oftentimes, of course, will see this if you go to an airport. What is your destination or what is your final destination today? People at the check-in counter will ask you that so they know how to check your baggage and to give you boarding passes and things like that. Yes, the destination is where you're going, and it could be a holiday destination as well. You could say that as well. And because it offers these different things, we are concluding that it is an enchanting blend of various things, of history, culture, and crack. Okay, so if it's enchanting, of course, it's very charming. It attracts you. It's very magical in feeling. And a blend is just a mixture of things. So oftentimes, of course, when you buy whiskey or Scotch whiskey, I should say, it is a blend of different kinds of grains and things like that. And, of course, you could also buy single malt whiskey, but the blend ones are cheaper and more common. And this is a mixture or blend of history, culture, and terrific crack, which again is that special feeling you have if you're in Ireland.
So, whether you're exploring the city's landmarks, immersing yourself in St. Patrick's Day fun, or simply enjoying Dublin's friendly atmosphere, there's always something new to discover in the Emerald Isles capital. There you go, a great way to wrap that up. Wrap up our trip and this idea of visiting Dublin, because there really is something for everyone. You can explore the city's landmarks. We talked about some of those landmarks, like the Dublin Castle, a landmark being a very notable feature of the terrain of the place that you're visiting. It could be a man-made landmark, like the Eiffel Tower of the Statue of Liberty, or it could be something more natural, like San Francisco Bay, or the Great Sugarloaf Mountain there next to Rio de Janeiro. So it can be both man-made and natural, but it's something that will be very recognizable. It's something a lot of people, even if you've never been to that place, if you see a picture of this landmark, you can go, oh, I know that. That's in London. That's in Paris. That's in Sydney or something like that. It's a famous landmark. So you can definitely do that. Immerse yourself in St. Patrick's Day fun. Yeah, if you're there in March, that would definitely be something you'd want to do. Really get into the St. Patrick's Day fun and activities. Go to the parade, go to the different events, check out some of the art and music. When you immerse yourself in something, it's like almost literally, it would be sort of like jumping into a pool or dipping yourself in water. We immerse ourselves in liquid. If you're washing something, you probably have to immerse it in soapy water and give it a good scrub before you can rinse it off and dry it. And yeah, if you're in a swimming pool or in a bathtub, you're going to be pretty cold if only half your body is in the warm water of the bathtub. So you immerse yourself. You go right up to your neck or even underwater. And we can also use this to talk about a culture or something like that. If you move to a new country to learn the language and live with the people and eat the food, you're really immersing yourself in that culture. You're not kind of dipping your toe in or taking 1 hour of class every week. You're jumping in. You're kind of getting right in there, becoming part of it almost. So you can do all that stuff with the St. Patrick's Day activities, or simply enjoy Dublin's friendly atmosphere. You can go to the park and visit Trinity School Library and have a kind of a quiet, peaceful time there too. It isn't all about good crack and loud music and boozy fun. So there's always something new to discover in the Emerald Isles capital for young and old, man, woman, the people who want something more intellectual on their holiday or people who want something more exciting. You can always find it in Dublin.
You certainly can, and of course we've got many different ways in which you can wrap up an essay and let people know that you're finishing up and you're summarizing it. You can use this pattern. Whether you're doing this or you're doing that or whatever, well then Dublin is the perfect place to go. You could also use the pattern of from to. So from exploring the city's landmarks to immersing yourself in St. Patrick's Day fun, or simply enjoying the friendly atmosphere. There's always something new to discover. These are different ways in which you can wrap up your essay. Don't just stop writing and let people guess that it's the end. You need to have some sort of pattern like this at the end to let people know you're done talking. And we're done talking now. We're going to hear from Hanny right now.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文一开始写到，都柏林人以及整体爱尔兰人都以喜爱 the crack 愉快时光而闻名。那这个用语广义来说指的是乐趣和娱乐。文中用到 refer to 来表达指的是什么什么。那我们就来整理 refer to 的几个用法。第一个是课文用法，用 refer to 来表达指的是什么，与什么什么有关，像是 What do the numbers refer to？ 这些数字指的是什么呢？第二个我们可以用 refer to something 去表达查阅参考什么什么资料，像Please refer to our website for more information. 想知道更多资讯，请上我们的网站查阅。第三个，我们可以用到 refer to somebody or something 来表达提及、谈到什么什么，尤其是指简短的谈到、提起，像是 They agreed not to refer to the matter again. 他们一致同意不再提起那件事。那么第四个呢，我们可以用到 refer to A as B， 表达说将 A 称为 B， 只称 A 为 B。被动用法是A be referred to as B， 用来表达 A 被称为 B。 举例来说 New York City is often referred to as the Big Apple。 纽约市常被称为大苹果。好，那我们接着读到课文第三部分最后一句 Whether you're exploring the city's landmarks, immersing yourself in St. Patrick's Day fun, or simply enjoying Dublin's friendly atmosphere,There's always something new to discover in the Emerald Isle's capital. 这边要介绍的是 whether 点点点 or 点点点，可以用来引导出两种或两种以上的选择或是可能性。我们用 whether A or B 逗号主词加动词，可以表达无论 A 还是 B 怎么样怎么样。那如果是三个选项，我们可以用到 whether A 逗号 B 逗号 or C 逗号主词加动词，去表达无论 A、B 还是 C 怎么样怎么样。那特别注意，我们用whether or 去连接子句的时候，为求简洁，句中相同的部分就可以省略。就像课文他提到说 Whether you're exploring 什么什么 immersing 什么什么 or simply enjoying 什么什么，其中的 immersing 和 simply enjoying 前面都省略了 your。 好，那我们也来造个例句 Whether it's hot or cold outside,We always enjoy a walk in the park. 无论外面的天气是热或是冷的，我们总是喜欢在公园里散步。那补充一下，如果要连接两个相反的选择时，则可以用到 whether 主词加动词 or not， 或者是 whether or not 主词加动词。例如 Whether it rains or not, the event will take place as scheduled. 无论是否下雨，那场活动将会如期举行。好，那么以上今天重点整理，我们回顾今天单字吧。
Refer. When he said the project, he was referring to the new software launch. Definitely. Polly will definitely join us for dinner tonight. Highlight. Gavin's performance was the highlight of the talent show. Destination. Paris is a popular destination for tourists from around the world. Blend. This drink contains a blend of fresh fruits and milk. Landmark. The museum is located in a landmark building that dates back to the 1800s.
Discussion Starter starts now!
It's time now for our discussion starter, and here's the question. Which of the St. Patrick's Day events mentioned in the article would you most like to attend, and why?
Well, I'm going to be very precise here, Roger. I'd most like to attend a music festival food fair, since having a pint of Guinness and some Irish stew and then shaking my hips to some Gaelic music to try to work off that stew and that pint of beer sounds ideal to me.
Well, I would like to attend something musical as well. There's a musical instrument from Ireland, I think, called the Olean pipes. Similar to the bagpipes, I really like the sound of that. I would love to see a performance of somebody playing the Olean pipes. Well, that brings us to the end of another edition of our program, and please make sure you join us again next time. From all of us here, I am Roger.
I am Mike.
See you next time.